Ladies and gentlemen, this is absolutely hilarious. This is amazing news. First, you had the fact that Pelosi and Democrats do not want a Senate trial. They just don't. They don't want a whole bunch of people to testify who would completely undermine and obliterate their arguments. Number one, their arguments are predicated upon the fact that Biden and his son have no conflicts of interest. Zero. None whatsoever. Also, the arguments, the impeachment articles are based upon the belief that President Trump has no right to look into any type of interference from the Democratic side utilizing foreign help, which took place. That is documented in 2017 by Kenneth Vogel and David Stern of Politico. Kenneth Vogel is now a New York Times journalist. So that was a February 2017 article, okay? I believe it was either February, beginning of 2017. I wrote an article in 2017 in the Huffington Post. Clinton 2020 is a reality. Get ready for 8 years of Trump. This is all about that. But this is a great article. Giancarlo Canaparo. I talk about this on H.A. Goodman's other channel, so check that out. Also, Pelosi powerless to delay Trump impeachment trial if Senate does this. They don't want witnesses like Hunter, the intelligence operative, Shifty, the vice president. They don't want these witnesses. Why? Because they were all in cahoots. This was a setup this is actually an even more shoddy, to borrow a phrase from Mitch McConnell. Oh my goodness. Your shoddy work. I mean, if you wanted to impeach the president based on a fantasy, you ended up doing that. No wonder you don't want any part of the Senate trial. Mess with the bull, you get the horns. I mean, did you really think that we weren't going to acquit the president and give you a public relations defeat? We know what you're up to. I saw this about 10 miles away. Now you impeach the president, but he's not impeached unless it gets to me. You snooze, you lose, Nancy. You wanted a shot at the title to get the belt. But guess what? I'm the reigning champ. I still have the title belt. Anyway, it's technically not. This is Bloomberg. Trump is technically not impeached. Did you know this? Trump isn't impeached unless the House tells the Senate. According to the Constitution, impeachment is a process, not a vote. By Noah Feldman, Bloomberg, December 19th, 2019. He's not impeached, people. He is not impeached yet. They voted to impeach. They haven't sent the articles of impeachment to the Senate. McConnell is not going to change any rules to adhere to Pelosi's demands. That's ridiculous. Pelosi, he doesn't go to House Democrats and say, you must abide by our rules. No, so the first rule of impeachment procedure states that the Senate will not act on an impeachment until the House sends the Senate its appointed managers, the representatives who will act as the lawyers during the impeachment trial. After the House has presented its managers to the Senate, then the Senate takes the reins and launches its trial. So can Pelosi delay an impeachment? Yes, as long as the Senate doesn't change its current rules. But there's absolutely nothing stopping it from changing its rules, and the Senate should change the rule to prevent this sort of gamesmanship. The Senate should not let Pelosi interfere with its constitutional obligations until its independence this way. Did you really think we'd wait until the Messiah? You think we'd wait until the end of times to have you give us the articles of impeachment? You think we were going to wait until the next Stone Age? I don't think so. You think we were going to wait until the dinosaurs come back? I don't think so. In fact, we're going to change our rules. And you snooze, you lose. Another one bites the dust. Dang, down, down. Another one bites the dust. I love my singing voice. They All they have to do, according to Giancarlo Canaparo, Fox News, is simply change some of its rules. The Senate, all McConnell needs to do is change some of the Senate rules. So the Senate should change its impeachment rules as follows. Once the House has impeached the president, the Senate shall set a date for trial and shall set a timeline for the House to present its managers to the Senate. If the House fails to meet the timeline, the Senate will either dismiss the articles of impeachment for lack of prosecution, better yet, vote on articles immediately in light of the evidence presented to it. In this case, no evidence. I think we're going to hold a vote. Oh, what's that? Did Pelosi send me invisible articles of impeachment? Because I can't see them. Is that invisible ink, Nancy? You couldn't shell out a couple dollars for a Bic or maybe a Papermate? Something I could see that's written on a piece of paper? So, what are we voting on, gentlemen and ladies? There's no articles of impeachment here. She wanted to wait until Madam Secretary becomes president, which is never, although she's running again. We all know that. So, this is the new Senate rules. Democrats were supposed to give the articles of impeachment to us by 5 o'clock last Sunday. Instead, they gave us bupkis, as people of H.A. Goodman's ethnicity say, absolute bupkis. And so we're going to vote now. All in favor of voting to acquit President Trump based on these invisible articles of impeachment, say yay. If you can see something that I can't see, say nay. Because there's nothing here, get it? She hasn't sent us the articles of impeachment. So, all in favor of voting to acquit the president based on articles that were never sent to us, vote yay. Oh, that's it. Oopsie. Sorry. I really wish we could help you, Nancy. We tried our best. But, you tried to get into the octagon with Mitch McConnell and you got khabibed. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about. They have no right to dictate, to set, and to impose guidelines upon McConnell. If they don't send the articles of impeachment by a certain timeline, it's game, set, match. You can't go into the Super Bowl, a half an hour late and say, okay, we're playing now, or whatever. You know what I mean. You can't simply, leave somebody at the altar and show up the next day and say, well, what's the problem? Well, the wedding was set for a certain time. At least get there within a couple of hours, my God. Okay, a horse race, whatever, you know what I mean. Indianapolis 500. If the race car's not there, they're not going to do the race over again. You know what I mean. If they don't abide by the Senate rules, and the Senate, this is according to Giancarlo Canaparo, Fox News, and also Noah Feldman, Bloomberg. If the Senate does not receive the articles of impeachment, technically he's not impeached, because it's not just a vote, it's an acknowledgement by the United States Senate that Trump has been impeached in the House. But Pelosi's afraid that who that is, my Hunter Biden. He gets forced to testify, or the Senate demands he testify. The Senate can also demand that Biden testify. What a spectacle it'll be if they say, hey, we're going to make Biden testify. What a spectacle that would be. What an absolute spectacle. Okay? You're looking at an absolute and utter spectacle. They don't want that. I see a sound delay. Sorry. Oh, Lord. I had too many windows up. Okay. Anyway, so they barked up the wrong tree. They tried to impeach President Trump on something that was not a crime. Excuse me. They said that he withheld military assistance, lethal military assistance, that, by the way, President Obama did not even offer. That's how tough he was against Russia. They then tried to impeach. It didn't work out. Nobody cares. President Trump's approval is better now than before impeachment, and more people oppose impeachment than before the House hearings. And now you have the Senate as the most important element now. If they don't receive the articles of impeachment, not only is he not impeached, but he can be acquitted without even the House sending the articles of impeachment to the Senate. How amazing is that? How amazing is that? This is an important segment. I'm citing a Bloomberg article from December 19th by Noah Feldman. Trump isn't impeached until the House tells the Senate. And a Fox News article by Giancarlo Canaparo. Pelosi powerless to delay Trump impeachment trial if Senate does this. December 19, 2019. Okay, so obviously it's December 20th, but they're trying to spin this as, oh, Pelosi has this power play. Oh my goodness, she's trying to twist the arm of Democrats. They're really, really on the ropes now. Oh my goodness, they're so on the ropes. They're on the ropes, people. It's like, no. The rope-a-dope worked. One of the reasons Muhammad Ali was so amazing and the best of all time is that he got into the minds of people, his opponents, made them think that he was on the ropes, and then he countered with a barrage and a flurry of punches. Democrats have nothing. They've already spent all their energy. They have nothing left. They gave it their best shot. And it's still not it's not enough. Not by a long shot. So give me your thoughts below. I know this is kind of dry, but it's so interesting because they managed to undermine their own impeachment. They impeached the president on such faulty, bogus, fabricated, nonsensical, irrational grounds. And they don't even have confidence that a trial would prove their allegations. So they hide behind saying, well, the trial is going to be unfair. And these people are not impartial. Well, Jerry Nadler and Schiff and Debbie Wasserman Schultz, they were never impartial either. So give me your thoughts below. This is absolutely hilarious. Give me your thoughts below. Thank you so very much. Check out H.A. Goodman's other channel right now. There's a segment on this, and it's important. Thank you.